Got it. Got it. Welcome to live training this week here in the Get Started and Retire Early Through Real Estate Investing group. Woo! That's a long name. But I hold true to it as I've been helping real estate investors retire early through real estate investing and keeping more of the money they make. This is where I geek out. So welcome to this week's training. We just buttoned up our 5-day challenge, couple of simple steps that you guys could take to be able to get started in real estate investing today. If you had gotten the VIP, you might want to run back over it. Those of you that didn't join or didn't have time, we did a little recap on it just now, and super grateful that people could join. They were able to get some questions answered and see the simplicity of it, right? Seeing the simplicity of how I do real estate investing. And even though the 5 days was kind of drawn out a little bit, it helps people to sit back and make some decisions, homework each night. So the recap we just did was just like a real simple, bang, do this one day, this the next, this. So I wanted to give you those steps today. I wanted you to be able to understand that they are available to everyone. It's the coaching that is limited, right? Because I like to be in your corner by your side. And I closed the doors last week and I brought on clients. I've been doing one-on-one calls so that I can get them dialed in. We do a specific dial-in to the retirement plan, and we reverse engineer it to today and make a step-by-step plan, holding them accountable. The only way to hold it accountable is to know those steps, right? So being able to put benchmarks into my clients' workflow, if you will, is key into having success, into having clients close on properties in 90 days or less, right? The focus, the mindset is the other part of it, because we all get distracted and life happens. So I teach in 15-minute calendars, right? So that you guys know exactly what you're doing in that block of time, not just, I think I'll do real estate. And then you're not really sure, right? What was I gonna do regarding real estate? Was it call people? Was it analyzing, what specifics are in that? So having my clients really dial down is key. Because we can Google tube till the cows come home and still not have an investment deal. How many of you have been Google tubing for the last 5, 10, 20 years, still have not landed a real estate deal? And you're like, how the heck do I get started in this? So just gingerly, I'm going to go recap the 5-day challenge. The day one was getting started in your market, really analyzing your market and understanding. These are the simple steps that I take my clients through. Now we deep dive into each of them, right? Because there's questions that come along the way. But the simplicity is really understanding your market, knowing your exit strategy, and sticking to it. Don't find shiny objects. And then having someone in your corner by your side to go through those things, right? You're like, am I looking at the right market? Do I have the right exit strategy? What if? And so all these questions pop up, right? And this is where people deviate. Okay, but they are simple steps. Understanding your numbers, getting out of analysis paralysis was a big day for a lot of people on the 5-day challenge. Getting out of analysis paralysis, knowing the numbers, knowing repairs, having something that they can dial down was key, right? If you can't dial down what your numbers are, it's really difficult to make offers. So being able to dial that down, and then having your building your team. Who do you need on your team, right? Who do you need on your team? Oh, I'm getting interrupted here. Hang on. Let me see. I have you right here by myself. Okay. Got it. Little intermission there. So on day 3, I gave people homework to be able to find a deal and make an offer. And here's what you say. And that's what we dial down in the 5-day challenge. Really how to connect with the seller. And what are the numbers so that they know how to make a proper offer, right? And would you know 5 people got in contract by day 5? 5 people. So crazy. So when I first started this, I just said, here's the steps. This is what you do, right? And then I had a participant get into contract. And I'm like, oh, that was quick. Quicker than normal, right? Because this is a training. You're not even in my mentorship program and you're getting into contract. So I thought that was powerful. And so now I pushed it a little bit further for people. If you get into contract by day 5, I'll walk you through escrow, right? And what did you know? Somebody did it. So actually 5 people got into contract and 1 actually won the walkthrough through escrow. So congratulations, Marjorie. Anyways, so that was pretty powerful to see that happen and then know that it can happen so fast for people. You could be negotiating, finding a deal, negotiating, and getting in a contract within 5 days. So no more this Google tubing for 2, 5, 10, 20 years. You could do it in 5 days. Just saying. If the participants could do it, you could do it. If you didn't join, if you weren't able to see all the days, right? You know, the 5 days is pretty powerful. And then, you know, day 4 was all about building team. Who is on your team to be able to make all this happen easier, right? Having a mentor in your corner by your side. All your real estate people, your realtors, your lenders, your title companies, all of those people, right? And then day 5 was how to fund the deal. And so here's the funny part is a lot of people, they come into this group and they're like, hey, I just need funding for a deal and I'm good. So they start with day 5, right? And they haven't even really dialed down their market yet. They know maybe they're going to wholesale or flip it or do something with it, but they haven't really dialed that down. And almost 9 times out of 10, they do not have their numbers correct. They should attend day 3 because they did not get their numbers correct. So I have lenders that saying, hey, would you partner with newbie investors because you really know your numbers? Like I get deals from lenders because they're like, no, you're good, right? It's sort of like that Capital One commercial, you know, the guitar interviews. No, you're in, right? So anyways, having an expert by your side is what I help my clients to do. If you do not understand your numbers, the lenders are just going to look at you like another one out the door, denied, right? So what my lender told me, and this isn't like a typical lender, they're wrapped into a hedge fund. Well, not a hedge fund, but they have multiple billionaires. So it's structured like a hedge fund, but it's not. It's private money lending, and it's not a hard money lending company. So it's private for the most part. He just structures everything. So there's all kinds of weird things out there that you can't put in a box. You can't put in a box. It's anyway, so he was saying, okay, well, you know, we have to analyze your deal. Give us your book history. This was quite a while ago. Give us your book history, and then we'll run the numbers and we'll get back to you. Right? This is when I first met him, and he's like, wow, you're like within a few $100 of what I came up with, and nobody is ever that close. I'm like, good. Can we get the money? So, and this was building relationships. Like, I know about his daughter learning how to drive. I know about, you know, like we got personable about connecting, right? And this is like 10, 15 minutes. So building team day 4, when I talk about that in the challenge, super powerful. And this gets my deals funded, right? He's like, you know your numbers. I proved who I am, myself, my credibility. I'm like, this is my book of deals that I've done. He's like, okay, great. Let's make sure this still makes sense. He's like, wow, you're pretty right on. Would you mind partnering with newbies? Like, would you train them so that they know what their numbers are supposed to be? Because we deny people all day long. They come in and they just waste our time. They have no idea what the numbers are. They're just guessing. They think it's a deal and it's not even close. And this is how some of my clients have come to me, as I get lenders that are in that boat speaking with newbie investors all the time. They're like, hey, go see Joanna. And she'll help you with your numbers. And then come back. And then in cases of mentorship, so in if you're in my mastermind, then you have that ability to JV, right? I don't do it with just anybody. I need to know that I'm in the right place with mindset, people, and commitment, right? So it doesn't just go out to anybody. But being a part of my community gives you that leverage, right? Gives you the experience, my experience, in speaking to lenders, speaking to other realtors, partnering with other realtors, multiple title companies, multiple brokers. I'm always in a new conversation networking. So these are some simple steps, believe it or not. It's simple, but it's not easy. And here's why it's not easy. It's not easy because people are not willing to put in the work. They're not willing to take the time to get someone's to get to know someone's name, to get to know who they are as a human being, right? Again, 10, 15 minutes, even 2 minutes to ask some personal questions, makes all the difference in the world. People want to be a human to human connection. Otherwise, they will just Google to what they need. If you can't be human with them, they don't want to talk to you. Okay. And you'll get more. I don't want to say that. I feel like I get more attention. I get more respect. I get more, I get fast action from my lenders by communicating with them for being human. It's not just, hey, what's going on with my loan? No, it's like, hey, Bob, what's up? How's the kids doing? That's the first thing. And taking a moment to relax and set into the conversation before we're barking about what's going on with business. All right. If you guys could take that one twist, you'll be amazed at how much that works in your favor, right? So, and with sellers too. So hopefully these steps to you, knowing your market, your exit strategy, how to find motivated sellers every day of the week. I've been promoting Property Radar as well. That's here in the group. You guys can take a look at that training because they're number one in their industry. Period. And then day three, knowing your numbers. 4, building team. 5, day 5 was all about how to fund it and the creative different ways. How I did 1.2 million last year. How I just closed on 2 more properties this last week. I'm in the trenches, in today's market. I have students across the nation in multiple states in their market, understanding their market, helping them know where to go to understand their market. How does it work in their state? Each state is different. Some there's an attorney state, some is just regular company title and escrow. Everything is different, every single state. And in some counties, in some townships and bureaus, they have their own legislation, if you will, on top of, everything else. So getting to know that is super important. These just 5 simple steps that you get to take to be able to get into real estate. Just like my participants went through, 5 people got in contract in 5 days, right? We did close the doors last week. We have 8 people on the waiting list to jump back in. Now we've dialed in some of our clientele. So we're going to reopen the doors to take on 5 more. That's it. 5 more. Okay. So if you guys are ready, you can book your call. We'll drop the link here for you. We do have special financing now that just came on board this past Monday. So if some of you were like, I don't know, I don't have the funds entirely, right? Or I don't want to put them all in one place. I want to leverage. So we do have financing available. It's very simple to apply and very high approval rate. So give it a whirl if that's your jam. And then we'll close again. So the challenge is completely over. The recap is completely over. We're just going to take on 5 more clients. If you're ready to be that one client that has an expert in your corner by your side, walking you through those 5 steps, being that pocket coaching, being able to pick up your phone and go, Georgia, I'm stuck, and ask questions. If that's you, I invite you to book a call today. Just type book on the or call, whichever. Type call in the comments. Book sounds so weird, but type call in the comments, and my team will reach out to you and make sure you have the details and let you know where we're at. Because again, we're only taking 5. We had 8 on the waiting list. We're waiting to hear back from a couple of people. So as soon as that's filled up, done again, right? Because I give one-on-one attention to my clients. I make sure that they're completely taken care of before I jump in and talk to anybody new. And then if you can't reach me, if you can't sign up and get me, then what's the use of signing up? So I need to make sure that I'm there for my clients. So again, 5 more coming on board. I'm okay with that. So I'll see you guys in the call. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the call. Bye.